I'm Juliet, and yes, I love to win. I'll be checking out the Past the Wire Breeders Cup Seminar. I'll see you
No
there.
matter what, there are certain places that are always the best place to be. And the Past the Wire annual Breeders Cup Seminar has always been one of them. And that's not going to change, but this year we're going to do things a little bit differently. Yes, it's all about winning and trying to win and who gets the key to the AMG. So what are we going to do? We're going to make a concise PDF that covers everything we normally cover in our seminars. We're still going to blast out of that gate and try and finish fastest of all. We are going to drive this thing like a fine-tuned race car, covering everything that matters. And if things work out, we're going to need a machine to count all the money so we can do some shopping at Cartier and Louis Vuitton. And if we win this battle, our significant others are going to look like this and be awfully happy. The first ever Past the Wire annual Breeders Cup report, a PDF specifically for you, and a private Q&A as well for everybody who rides with us. Ciao tutti. Time for another Thorograph Past the Wire Race of the Week here on Past the Wire TV. Thank you all for tuning in. We got another show where we look at a lot of the Breeders' Cup contenders or some key contenders in a couple of the different Breeders' Cup races by the Thorograph Numbers and Patterns. So I suggest checking that out if you are so inclined. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Welcome to the show. We'll get right into it and see what we can decipher about the Ravens one run. We've been spot on most of these Thorograph shows. You know, I don't remember who the person is, but I got into it with I don't mean got into it in a bad way, but in a discussion with somebody in the comments on one of the other shows, he's like, well, who did you pick? I'm like, well, you got to pay attention. Yes, I did love Lush Lips. And those of you that saw the Shortbread Coffee better today know that. But on the show, she was one of 3 or 4 horses that we identified. No, I think there were 2 favorites and 2 horses that were eligible to beat the favorites. And she was one of those 2. These shows, again, for the people in the back, we're not handicapping the show to try to pick the winner. We are looking at Thorograph Numbers and Patterns, trying to take your Thorograph game to a new level, because Thorograph is a tool. We use it to determine who's the fastest, who's the slowest, who's getting faster, who's getting slower, who's likely to go forward, who's likely to regress. You factor all of that stuff in, then you do your handicap, you make your handicapping, and you make your decision. I'm not recommending that decision for anybody on these shows. And we pick good races because they're popular, so we get a lot of good patterns, a lot of good numbers like we're going to see here for the Ravens run. But, this is just to help you take your Thorograph game to another level, because a lot of people look and say, oh, this horse run a 1, fastest horse in the race, and that's who they think is the horse, and it's not. It's all in the patterns. At least I'm a big believer in that, and knowing how to read the patterns is crucial to getting the most out of this outstanding tool. You can get the Ravens Run sheets for free from Thorograph. Go on the little box that says Past the Wire Race of the Week. Follow the prompts. You'll get them. If you can't find it, go to Past the Wire. You'll see Thorograph ads. Click on one of them. It'll take you right to that spot. Bing, bang, boom. Piece of cake. You get the Thorograph sheets free for the Ravens Run and for any Past the Wire Race of the Week that we do. There was a glitch one week or maybe 2 where they weren't coming through, but that's been fixed. We're on it. It was brought to our attention. We didn't know. Now we do. We're all in sync. Rah, rah. Let's go. All right. I'll talk fast, but if you listen faster, I won't have to slow down so everybody can catch up. So we'll be able to get this show done And you could watch the Breeders Cup show when it's up. And hopefully we'll see you all at the seminar, which we are going to try and handle like what? Like a well-oiled machine. That's what we're going to try and do. And I'm confident we will do it. Okay, Ravens Run, Keeneland, 7 furlongs. One of my favorite races in the fall meet. Have had some success there. But Keeneland's always tough and always tricky. We know that. Let's roll. Delightful Claire. Okay. 2-year-old, nothing. 3-year-old. What do we got? 9.5. Big step forward, 2 3/4. Tails are off of that, 7 1/4, 7 1/4. Don't love the pattern. Don't love that she regressed off that big move forward and very, very fast race and didn't bounce back from it in the start following that. So don't like the pattern. Vixen, a lot more to work with here at 2, 14, 11.5, 7.5, 7.5. Comes back at 3. We want to see them go forward. She didn't. She equaled the number. So 7.5, 7.5. Tailed a little, 9.5, 8 1/4, 11 1/4. I don't like that either. Not going the way that I like. So we got the first 2, which is rare in a lot of these, grade 1, grade 2 stake races. First 2, not going the way that I would like to see them going. But that's just me, maybe not you. Strong State, 2-year-old, 13, 9 1/4, 11, 14 1/4. 3-year-old, 9, 7 1/4, 5 1/4. Now we got one that is going the right way and going the right way. 2 points forward, 2 points forward, 2 points forward. Going to get another 2, 3 points forward, I would say. Strong State definitely has a good forward moving pattern. Puts blinkers on despite the good forward moving pattern, but Alstall knows what he's doing. So I'm looking for a 3 or a 2. Is that going to be fast enough to win the race? Let's find out. Volleyball Princess. Volleyball Princess, 1 start at 2, 12 3/4. Comes back, significant step forward at 3, 5 1/4, regresses, 10 3/4, 10 3/4, 17. Starts rebounding, 8 3/4, 8 3/4, then gets her best race ever at Parks, 3 1/4. Looks like at first look that she's going the right way and she's bouncing back and coming, got better than that 5 that she ran at 3. But I'm not sold. And I'm not sold because the 3 1/4 came at Parks and I don't trust Parks' surface and numbers. So I'm going to say Volleyball Princess, prove it. I don't believe you. And Joy. What do we got with and Joy? We got 19, 19, 31, 19, 8 1/4. 3-year-old, 15.5, 15, 14, 10, 8, 5.5. I will tell you this. The 5.5 doesn't scream fast enough to win this race, but she does have a forward moving pattern. But I suggest you replay watches, go back and watch the replay of the last race because I think it was a very visually impressive race. And the one thing that I trust as much as anything in the sport of kings when it comes to betting my money, more than numbers, more than past performances, more than anything, my eyes. And you should trust yours too. When you see something you like and believe in, don't be afraid to back it. Almond Joy was very visually impressive to me. So I, on my own, am going to upgrade that 5.5. And I'm going to say that upgrade and forward moving pattern combined, 5.5, 3, 2, 1, possible in the game. Reputation. 2-year-old, 20, 12.5, not setting the world on fire, but did go forward. 3-year-old, got better. 9.5, 9.5, 7.5, 7, 8. Kind of bottoming out in that 7, 8 range, and I expect that to continue. Not fast enough. Maida, interesting. nothing at 2, 15 3/4, 6.5, 6, 1.5. Big jump forward. I tend to shy away from those big jump forwards. You get a lot of regressions. You know, 1.5 is, I'm sorry, yeah, 1.5 is definitely fast enough, but a regression might not be. 3, 2, depending on where the winning number comes in, which I think it's going to be a little faster than 3 or 2. So I like them when they got a pattern I believe is moving forward. Now maybe she's going to fool me. 6.5, 6, 1.25. I don't know. I tend to think that's a big 5-point jump, and maybe she's just getting real good at the right time. That does happen. Maybe she hasn't bottomed out yet. That does happen. Jeff Franklin likes that angle, maybe more than I do. I don't know, but I sense possibly a little regression with Maida. Usha. Usha wasn't all that much at 2, and for Bob Baffert filly, that's a little bit rare. 15.5, 14.5, 14.5, 14.5. His horses usually run faster than that. And you know what? The light bulb went off at 3, because at 3 she comes back and she runs at 3, and then she pairs the 3 at Del Mar. Paired 3s is very good for a 3-year-old filly, lightly raced. Looks like a new horse. I don't know what happened to her, but certainly she turned it around. Looks like she's going to go forward, and from that 3, she could go 2, 1, 0 easily in contention, and definitely, in my opinion, has a forward moving pattern. Ragtime, a horse that is just dead game and always makes a big run, but and sometimes wide, but doesn't look as fast as I thought she was going to look on the numbers. Nothing at 2, but at 3, we got 6.5, 6.5, 5.5, 5.5. Great pattern, forward moving pattern, but not as fast as I thought, and would have to go a lot faster than she has gone in order to get into contention. So if she goes 2 points forward to a 3, I don't think that's going to be enough. She's going to have to go, I think, to a 2 or a 1 in order to get the job done here. And can she? Sure, but she hasn't yet, and she runs hard every time. And again, I thought some of her races would have came in faster than they did. So a little interesting with Ragtime. Simply Joking. I like this horse's pattern. If I could make an excuse for that last one, which I think we can. 2-year-old, 5.5, 5.25. Nice fast race as a 2-year-old. Comes back, doesn't beat it, but almost does. 6.5, 6 3/4 rather, then goes to a 6.5, then throws in a dud, 17.5. Now comes back fresh. The horse has run good fresh before. I think she's a little dangerous. I think she can certainly go forward off that 5.25 at 2. But again, even with a forward move, she's got to really, really go forward in order to get into contention. And I don't think she can go forward that much. Quiet Side, interesting. A lot of route races, but at 2, what do we got? We got 8.25, 5, 7.25, 6. A little bit of a Z pattern, which we've talked about on previous shows. At 3, we got 11, 5, 5, 9. Now a little bit of a layoff, coming back at 7 furlong. Tricky read, but another one that I think can go either way. But I think even if she does go forward, I don't see her able to go forward enough to beat the faster ones in here. Vodka with a Twist. This is an interesting horse because she's always looked like she's got a bigger race in her than she ever delivers on the racetrack for whatever reason. Is she going to deliver it here? I don't think so, but I'm not 100% sure. But I don't think so. She's not really that fast either, although I do like her pattern. At 2, We got 13, 13, 8 1/4, 7 3/4, 8 3/4, 13. So she did what a lot of 2-year-olds do. She got better, then she ran her fastest race, and then she, regressed off it a little bit. We see that a lot. At 3, 13, 7, 12 1/4, 5 3/4, and then another 5 3/4. So she paired those 5 3/4. I like the paired numbers. I think it's indicative of a forward move. But forward enough? I don't know. 3, maybe 4, 4, 3 is kind of what I see. I don't think that does it. Kappa Kappa. This is an interesting one, in my opinion. Nothing at 2, but again, Parks. But we got 7, 8 1/2, 7. 3 fast races at Parks. Sneaky trainer Robert Reed comes in live and will surprise you. I like the pattern. Yes, has to go forward significantly, but the difference between this one and some of the others, is that she's so lightly raced. She's got a bunch of those races close together. She just may be sitting on a big forward move and may like getting off that quirky Parks strip. So I make her a contender. So we will recap. Delightful Claire, I didn't like what I saw. Vixen, I didn't like what I saw. Strong State, I did like what I saw. Volleyball Princess, I did not like what I saw. Almond Joy, I did like what I saw. Reputation, I didn't think was quite fast enough. Mida, I mean, that one jumps out, but is a possible regression candidate. So I don't want to take a bounce candidate at a short price in a competitive race. So I'm going to shy away. Usha, I think, looks very, very dangerous and deadly off those paired 3s. Ragtime, again, a little bit of a mystery why her races ain't faster than they are, but she's got a great pattern and definitely can do it. She's got to go forward more than some of the others, but she always comes. So I got to say she can do it. Simply Joking, I didn't think was going to be able to be fast enough. Quiet Side, same thing. Vodka with a Twist, same thing. And Kappa Kappa, I thought was a little sneaky dangerous. So that's my take on the Thorograph Numbers and Patterns. And yes, now we go and we handicap the race and do all the fine tuning, pace, trip, and everything else that we do, replays and whatnot before we make a decision. So this race is just to tell us, in my opinion, tell me, who's fast, who's getting faster, who's fast enough, who's not fast enough, who's too slow, who we can draw lines through, who we got to keep check marks next to. So that's what we do with the Thorograph shows, trying to get your game to a new level and my game even to a new level using Thorograph. So with that, we will bow out gracefully. Again, hope to see everybody at the seminar. Hope to see you on all the shows prior to the seminar. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe. I wanted to get to 10,000 subscribers for the Breeders Cup. We're going to fall short unless a miracle happens, and I don't know if it's gonna work out. But if you could help at all, share, like. The algorithms help. Leave a comment. A kind word, even a mean word, whatever. We appreciate it. So lots more to come. Ciao for now. Oh yeah.
Serious about horse racing or want to improve your game and level of play, or perhaps gain an edge without hours of work, you have to look at pace points. Pace makes the race, and projecting the race flow is invaluable for making smarter wagers. Pace Points is an accurate pace projection tool based on real-time fractions along with intangibles down to things like jockey tendencies and additional factors like post position, track condition, and more. Pace Points will help you identify who will be in front early and which horses will be running fastest late. If a race looks like there is a lot of speed, who will be the most likely leader? These are the types of things pace points highlight in an easy-to-read and understand format. If you want a better chance of winning, why wouldn't you want this at your fingertips? Pace points, learn more, try it out, and have a better grasp of the races.
Sure, bad coffee.
Are they talking about us? Shh. Wait. Are they talking about us? I think I heard Past the Wire. Past the Wire TV. They are talking about us. Often imitated, never duplicated. We are everywhere.
Seriously? If you're betting horses and not watching these shows, you gotta be freaking crazy. Capiche?
You're watching Past the Wire TV.
And ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the winner's circle for a very special presentation. Representatives from Handicapping for Horses, along with professional handicapper John Stettin, are proud to support the work of the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance and Old Friends. Accepting the check for the inaugural Handicapping for Horses event this past summer at Saratoga are representatives from the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance and Old Friends. Gulfstream Park welcomes Michael Blowen, Jonathan Stettin, Kelly Stovey, Jim Rhodes here this afternoon. Since 2012, the TAA has awarded more than $17.2 million to accredited organizations. Handicapping for Horses looks to make their Saratoga Springs event larger and raise money for Thoroughbreds Aftercare year after year. Once again, thank you to Handicapping for Horses, Jonathan Stettin, and welcome to Old Friends and our friends at the TAA. The Rainbow Six and race number 5 up next.
And they're off in the Kentucky Derby.
You're watching Past the Wire TV, the biggest races at the best tracks. From the Kentucky Derby to the Breeders Cup. The best horse racing coverage is right here on Past the Wire TV.
Dynasty in motion, reshaping the sport's greatest tradition, channeling the legends of his line and surpassing them. 4 of the last 6 Derby winners carry his genes. A Golden Son, a Horse of the Year. Another chapter written beneath those iconic spires. Derby dreams fulfilled for the titans of our industry. From authentic to sovereignty, a legacy both real and supreme. Into mischief.
Everybody, Dan Oman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free, exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING, get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator, exclusively on DRF Bets.
Here comes journalism, here comes sovereignty, and they square off, head into the final front. Sovereignty wins the Derby!
You're watching Past the Wire TV. Hit that like button and subscribe to Past the Wire TV. Nobody does it better.
It's not a matter of getting down. How low can you go? Nobody does it better.